up, skaters? I am in a forest right now. I decided to put the Pantheon on my back and delve into nature, and I already saw some birds, and like the sun is like not as prevalent here, and this is a pretty cool forest. It has been planted by criminals. It's a criminal forest because I'm in Veenhuizen again. If you haven't seen my vlog about it yet, go check it out. I was on my bike because I was hurt. I have no idea which way to go. Probably that way, so I'm just going to walk there. What I'm going to do today is totally random. I said to myself, no planning. I didn't even know I had my camera with me. So this is very spontaneous vlog. And yeah, I got my Insta360 with me. It's a modular version. It's got like a normal fisheye lens, but you can switch it up for a 360 lens, which you can later import it into your computer. And there's a program called Insta360 Editor or something like that. I don't really use that much. I like to use the Gopro reframe plugin on the Adobe Premiere. I think I got the 2020 version. I like to use that plugin. You can do the axle, you can do like spins, you can go up and down, do the tilting, you can zoom in, zoom out. It's got a couple cool features. And yeah, I got the Insta360 fiberglass selfie stick with it. Very nice, pretty long, but very lightweight. So that's great. It's attached to, I've got like a cage for it. I can take it out, I can like click it out of the cage. Look, and then you can see when I'm running. The cage, you can just click it, so just slide it in, go like click, and then we're on the move again. With me, I've got my Osprey Talon 22 liters with the optional Camelback 1.5 liters. I got my Pantheon Prana with me too. Pantheon Pranayama. I mean, like some people say the Prana. I like the Pranayama. It's got seismic 85mm wheels on it. It got the bubble gums, nice and soft with Zealous bearings. Yeah, they're on Paris street trucks. I think they're 150. And yeah, I got the turtle shell because that has the fiberglass option. It's got 2 sheets of fiberglass. For me, I'm a big guy, so I kind of need that. I got my fans on right here. These are the fans half caps. They are famous for skating, and they got like suede on it. Very nice. In those, I've got the green insoles. They were like 50 euros, I think, but they're really paying off already. Yeah, wearing Volca socks in them. I mean, they're winter socks, but these are not that. They're not very dense. So I like they're fine for a day like this. I mean, would it be better if I would have worn my Volca summer socks? But they were I had I have to wash them. So wearing a shirt from, I don't know what this is from, but it was like 80 euros. Of course, got my horn going. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the pants I'm wearing is from Haglot. Haglot. I know they're ultralight pants. They dry very quickly. Got glasses from some vintage thing. It's like from Andrea. So, oh no, Heritage. It's a Heritage Andrea model. Their prescription, and I got the very high contrast. So if you look through it, it's very sick, right? This is what I see all the time when I'm skating. So. Yeah, kind of thinking about taking the GoPro 4 with me, but that doesn't have a really good stabilization, and the batteries of that are also pretty old. And sometimes when I load it into my PC, you know, I like to cut, I like to cut and paste. That's how I work. It goes faster, you know. And sometimes I forget to delete the files, and then, you know, when I'm recording, the SD card is full. So I like to cut and paste. But what happens with the GoPro 4 is sometimes it stops. It crashes, and then I lose all my files, you know. And that's something you don't want to happen when, especially when making very nice content, and it's just like, you know, where did where did all my files go, you know? Yeah, that kind of sucks. It is pretty, like, for like the GoPro 4, we're already at 10 now, so it's pretty good for how old it is. I would recommend it to a lot of people because also the microphone is really good. Like, it's better than this Insta 360 I'm running right now. Well, it's not the 360. The brand is called Insta 360, but I'm running just like a normal lens on it now. I also have the GoPro 3. I was also thinking about bringing that, but problem with the GoPro 3 is that it's kind of when I got it, it was kind of damaged already. So I sent a mail to GoPro. I was like, "Yo, I bought this camera from you, but it's already damaged." They were like, "Yeah, we'll send it in. We'll take a look at it." I was like, "No, I need it. Like, I bought, like, I paid a lot of money for it, so I wanted to use it. I mean, it worked. It worked fine, you know. There were just a couple of scratches on the side, but they were like, "No, we can give you a discount, or we can send you a new one if you don't send it to us." So yeah, I did a lot of emails, and basically they were just like, "Yeah, well, no." So that's also part of the reason why I bought the Insta 360, because I heard their customer service is way better than the GoPro customer service. Also, I don't know, GoPro, they're kind of like, I don't know, everybody has a GoPro, you know. You always see, and I really like the black and red from the Insta 360, and also the batteries last way longer. I don't even have to worry about, like, when I only take one battery with me, I don't even have to worry about it running out, because it takes so long. That's different when I put on the 360 lens. It also gets a little bit hot when I use that one, but I got like two more batteries for that, and I think the SD card has like 170 something capacity, so I don't really have to worry about that. So that's pretty nice. I was also thinking about taking my Sony Handicam. I got a lot of tapes for that, and like the vintage feel for me, that's like brings me back, you know, brings me back to a more simple time, you know, no smartphones, no like bullshit basically. But it's kind of heavy. I have like this handle for it, which is kind of nice, but you do end up like really being aware that you're wearing a camera. And with this like setup, you can just put it in my Osprey Talon 22, and then hardly notice it's there. And with the other one, it's just like carrying a baby around, you know. It's like, come on. But yeah. Also, the problem with loading in those states is like, okay, you got like 90 minutes, and that's quite a lot. And but you put when you have to put those in, you have to like want to look at your footage. First, you have to wait the full 90 minutes if you recorded 90 minutes. So you have to load it in and just wait. And it's nice to see, but I got a problem. I have the I use the Blackmagic capturer. It's a Blackmagic shuttle, and I use that to import and go from basically go from analog to digital. But you have to sit there because sometimes it crashes because sometimes the tapes are damaged. And then you have to push record again, and sometimes you have to go you have to rewind the whole thing and then go back and then watch the same footage again. And also it has no audio, so if I want audio for that, I have to take a splitter and put a splitter in the audio out, and I run that to like a speaker or something. I mean, you know, that's fine, but it would have been nice if Sony would have like incorporated some kind of speaker in the camera, so when you're like watching your footage, you can hear what's going on. But I guess it's also kind of fun, like if you watch the footage for the second time. I mean, hopefully they aren't watched for the third or the fourth time. But if you watch it for a second time, wait, there's a stick. If you watch it for a second time, then you know, the audio is like may surprise. You know, maybe there's stuff that you didn't hear because it didn't record audio yet. So that's pretty cool. Also, my Sony's got night vision. That's one of the problems I have with the Insta360 and also with the GoPros. Because they are such small cameras, they don't have a lot of options. So there's no way. I mean, this one has got some digital zoom on it, and I mean, I can show you right now. Goes from 70mm to 50mm, and I'm thinking this is digital zoom, so it's not very good. Like the stabilization is pretty good, but I don't end up like I seem myself not using this very much, just because I can do the same thing in post, and I think it kind of looks the same. Maybe it would be fun to do kind of like a comparison. So, like for instance, if I go here and okay, so I'm standing here. Okay, this is what happens when I zoom in without the camera, and let me do a little pan, and then this is when I zoom in with the camera. Do another pan. It's probably more stabilized, so yeah, maybe it is a feature I'll end up using. But so far I haven't really done that. Is it still? Yeah. So yeah. Lately, yesterday I was editing a video. I was doing the video for the sail stick. Sail stick is like a device that's like retractable, and you can use it to sail. It's kind of like the Avatar thing, actually, like Avatar Ong. He's got like that stick, you know, with the. It's kind of like that, but like a modernized version of it, and it's really fun. The guy Jesper, who invented it, is a really good friend, and I really want to get one from him. But I don't know. He said like I want to have I don't have it right now. Like I mean, he had some in his car though, but that doesn't matter. I was editing that video, and then all of a sudden, like I did a lot of work. I did like 15 minutes of work, and then it just crashed. I'm thinking that's maybe because of the Insta360 files. I don't know. I hadn't used it for a while. I don't know if files go bad or something like that, but I hadn't used it in a while, and then it just crashed. I had to do the whole thing over again. So yeah, that's great. But I did end up making a better edit, because like when you go back, you kind of see like, oh, don't want to do this again. This was kind of lame. So yeah, I fixed that, and but then it happened like a couple of times again, and also every time I would reload the clips, I would like restart the computer and then restart Premiere, and then the Insta360 files were like flipped around, because I was using files from my Insta360 with the 360 lens on it. Then I also had my GoPro 4 on my helmet, which it were some pretty good shots on there, to be honest. And then Robert also, he had like a camera. I don't remember what kind of camera it was, but it was like a pretty big camera on the side of his helmet, and it kind of looked like a beer can. Like my friend Bryce said to me, he was like, it's kind of like a beer can. So but the cool thing about that camera is it has like GPS, and then you can see how fast you are going, which is pretty cool. Like I don't know if I'll need that, but I might try and get something like that later. Like when it's more like these cameras, like if you buy them new, they're really expensive, but I don't really care about quality that much. So the Insta360, it was 600 euros without accessories, but that's a 360 camera, and I'm not going to wait like 2 years to buy like a second-hand scratched up like Insta360. But as far as those cameras go, it's mostly for that people can see you're not lying about how fast you go, and it's like an easy interface. So that's pretty cool. Might end up buying that, but yeah, I was using those three cameras, but the Insta360, it kept flipping. So what I had to do was I had to nest. Like every time I did all the keyframes, because with the Insta360 you can use keyframes to change the perspective, which is pretty cool. I mean, it depends on where you hold the camera. Like if you hold the camera, it's not going to look like it's filmed from here, but I mean, there is a lot of wiggle room as far as that goes. But yeah, I had to nest those, and I mean, that turned out pretty good. Still haven't finished it, but I did make a song for it, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think I'm going to go. Got a lot of stuff to do today. Gotta pick up some groceries and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that bell, and maybe leave a comment. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You're not getting none of mine. You had your own. Oh, you go away.
everybody.